Sometimes it just arson joke in another chat recently, so I need to stop talking about burning people's houses down.
Yeah.
No,
we're not going to stop you from doing that.
You won't. Discord's listening. They verified our ages and everything, and they're.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So the cap. Oh, you heard none of that, yeah?
Probably. Wait,
okay.
I heard nothing after the part where I yelled, "Oh, frick my air fryer."
Short version. Next week we are playing. Bill's gonna be leaving early.
Sick. Dang.
The week after that, on the 18th, we are not playing, and then on the 25th, we will be playing, and Bill will have to leave a little early again. Quite early again. And daylight savings time is this weekend, so the game starts an hour earlier for you.
No, it doesn't. Wait, what?
Yeah. Right?
No, the time doesn't change, so the game doesn't change. What do you mean?
What do you... Good goof.
Arizona does not have...
Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, therefore...
Everyone else does. So the game will move... Yeah, your time will... Like, the time the game starts will change for you. It will stay the same for almost everyone else.
Yes.
It's time system.
Goofs aside, the game will now be starting at 4 o'clock for you.
It's ridiculous. I'm being targeted here.
Yep.
This is why. This is the actual reason you're trying to get.
Just you.
This is the actual reason you're trying to get everyone to move to Arizona. So you don't have to deal with time zone switches.
It's dumb. I'm already bad enough with time as it is. I'm the exact opposite of Sarah. I have such time, and it's not even like where I'm like careless about it. I just have time blindness, like ADHD style. This is my biggest ADHD trait, and I cannot help it, and I hate it.
Fair.
Oh, no.
I am obsessed with time and timing and like how much time things take and getting places. Like it's not better. Actually stressing about it every time.
Are you?
I so am, and it's hurtful that you would ask.
It's hurtful.
I'm not saying I'm good at managing time, okay? I'm saying I'm obsessed with it and overthink it to the point where sometimes I over or undershoot things.
I see. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood what was being explained.
And you can't hold how much shit I used to try to do between work and Pathfinder against my sense of time.
I'm not holding anything against anybody. Unless it's a gun against your back, of course. In which case I am doing that, actually.
Of course.
I was hoping you'd hold you against me.
Never.
Damn.
Never say never.
Personally, I'm not big on physical touch, so...
You know, I never would have guessed.
I
feel like that's a trait that you need to share. You're not in my space unless I want you to be.
All right. Who would like to give the recap for a hero point?
Jellyfish.
The Nebulas.
Is that like a secret nose goes?
I think that was his recap.
Jellyfish. Suddenly jellyfish.
They did take up a considerable amount of time.
Indeed. I can it this week. Oh, unless you were volunteering, Mitchell.
No, it's okay. You can go.
No, okay. Sounds
No, you go. No, you go.
After you. No, after me. So we opened last session on Isha, talking to Trebert, checking in, kind of seeing where his head is at. Then she yoinked him over to the throne room back in the Temel proper. I don't know the name of the city. While there was a heated debate going on about what the heck to do to Martel, and presenting Trebert a son who did some not so good things in the past, and was allowed to live. Isha used that as an argument to give Martel a chance to kind of prove his merit. And
that was a great Ace Attorney moment, by the way.
It really was.
You card.
Yep. Yeah, and then we shifted focus back over to the rest of the party in the arcs. We had the big doors opening moment, greeted by the simulacrum of Scala in the form of that Rudelian girl we kept seeing throughout our journey here. Darius immediately jumped into asking a bunch of questions about Isha. Got some of her questions answered. Specifically, most interestingly, we found out that Isha was the first, being the 4 encountered of this world, and they were invited by Isha here. But we don't really know more than that at the moment. We got some information about this, weapon that they used that kind of tore the Seraph apart in the past, and we were asking some questions about, well, how do we get that thing up and running? And we found out that it needs, the lifeblood of the world has to be channeled into it, and we were like, okay, that's not, sentient energy, we're not killing people to power this, are we? And we were told no, which is great. And then we got attacked by a bunch of jellyfish, and some glass golems got real confused about were we enemies or not. Turris hacked them and got them on our side. Fight over, and that's where we ended.
Excellent. Any questions, comments, concerns, additions? In that case, on behalf of the glass golems, they were actually following their programming perfectly until Turris confused them and made them treat you guys as not enemies, which is not correct.
I see.
Sorry.
They did nothing wrong until they got confused by Turris.
Yeah. Now they are off program.
I apologize to the glass golems and their programming.
Give the times, old man.
Also, I apologize. Enemies is not the right word. Intruders is correct.
We opened the... It's fine. We had the key. We let ourselves in. How does that make us intruders? It's fine. We have their programming where we need it.
You had the key to get into the building. Let's see. Oh. I'd almost moved us to the arcs, but that's not appropriate yet. I think we would like to start in Temel, although I might pass it directly to you, Mitchel, in terms of how you want to set the scene for this discussion that we talked about, because I am not totally clear on where you would like that to happen.
Okay.
Would it be in the castle?
No.
All right.
We are on a street, sort of heading up towards the castle, I suppose.
And there we see Dravis, Trebert, and Cilia, if I am correct. Yes?
Dravis, DeLeon.
Yes. Trebert's off doing something else.
We'll see in a moment, I think.
Also, am I the robot?
Nope.
No, he's the robot.
Okay. It did sound like it evened out. From that on.
Yeah, my garage door did just get opened, and I'm pretty sure, when it gets opened, it does get a little unstable, but...
Got it.
It doesn't look like I'm lagging, so...
No, you're good now. You're good now.
And Acilia is holding like a relatively large mirror. But we are like heading up towards like a kind of a high point in the city. My assumption is the castle.
That is the highest point in the city, yes.
So. You want me to start?
If you would like.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my voice really quick. Give me a moment.
Oh, I thought I just lost connection there for a bit.
Okay.
And Dravis has been following your instructions thus far, doing what is asked of him. There have been bits of confusion as he is being caught up on things, but mostly he doesn't ask very many questions, especially while money is flowing. I don't know if another arrangement has been made yet, but...
if he is just staying... Isha hasn't like paid him again.
Okay.
But also this would technically be like at the beginning of day 2.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Like this is day 2 of whatever, of like, of being back in the city. So this is like, this would have been when you guys were in the village with that one guy.
Correct.
Okay. Sorry, apologies. I was not expecting that to set the scene myself, and that took me out of what I was doing. But
no problem. I did just dump it on you. Because I had...
Yeah, you did not make it clear when we were talking that you didn't know what I was trying to do. And that's fine. You could just do it to me right now when I have to do it, which is fine.
I'm glad we agree.
And do still have us coming together.
Cilia. Also, it's like really early in the morning. It's like the sun's about to come up.
Yeah, she kind of looks over, holding this mirror. You said it is particularly large. Are we talking like torso sized? Are we talking like...
It's like a mirror you would put on a desk.
Okay.
It's like a desk mirror, probably about the size of her torso.
All right. She's probably just physically carrying that, yeah. She kind of like turns towards you.
Yeah, Isha is sort of like holding like the ember in her, like, in one of like her hands, one of her like wing hands. You know what makes this so unique?
She kind of takes in a breath, kind of like studies it for a moment as you guys walk and talk, the other two trailing behind. Travis kind of like flicking his eyes back and forth as this conversation starts. And Celia looks at it for a moment. Says, it certainly no ordinary ember. Seems to be very divinely charged.
That, and it is no ember at all. It is a rare crystal that can actually hold divine energy.
I wasn't aware. I thought only the Four had objects like that on this world.
Yes, I wonder where they got them from. There's sort of there's no shift in sort of like Isha's stuck expression.
She kind of considers and nods a little.
You know, I can't really ask you to leave.
She turns her attention,
However,
turns her gaze from like the ember to you, like brow furrowing a little.
I would consider that maybe the other one thinks about assisting me.
I could certainly ask. She is very sentimental about this world, so.
And she is entwined with it, which is why I cannot make her leave.
I do suspect she would aid where able.
However, if you could, or perhaps if she is simply listening now, I require a slight seed of the energy from her world.
She kind of furrows her brow deeper and thinks about that for a moment.
Not now, but in time.
There is much about the moment of the ceiling that is confused and unknown. But one part of the story that is very literal is that she gave up her divinity, using it to place the seal, to create the tree that holds it. Which is not a no. I will commune. I will see what is possible.
You will. Now, go and assume your position.
She gives kind of a slow nod. Acelia has mostly been, at least outwardly, humble during during your journeys and conversations with the other party members, but you can still tell that she's a little taken aback to be given orders. But she gives a nod and goes to place the mirror where it needs to go.
Dravis Deleon.
Dravis kind of like clears his throat and like stands at attention, stands up a little straighter, tries to wipe the confused look from his face, and Deleon kind of like nods to you. It's like, yes.
Well, I guess I have 2 jobs for the both of you, separate. Today I'm making a proclamation. We have learned much from speaking with the shadow that Tribert caught. Though conversing with him it has spurred me to action.
Very right. Very well.
Today, the sun will be born twice. When the sun comes again after it falls, the Queen's army must be ready.
Dravis kind of like looks at Deleon Ordine confused. Deleon kind of like doesn't turn her head, but like glances at him and then back to you.
You have been working with the Pahu to find where the shadows lie deepest here.
Have.
You can explain where we need to go.
She kind of tilts her head. It's like, I am not myself overly familiar with this flowery language. Do you mean to make this proclamation in that place of deepest shadow?
No, I will make it above the castle.
And I apologize. How can I assist with this?
I guess you just simply need to warn Queen Redmore. And if she wishes to secure her city against the Seraph, then she will listen and heed.
Very well. I'll go have this conversation.
Yes, and if you require assistance, I can send Tribert. He's familiar enough with the strategy.
Perhaps that would be wise. Queen still lands me her ear, but I can tell that I'm not her favorite subject at present.
That is fine. Even if she is not going to listen, the world will.
Dear, very well. I will take care of it. And she'll start to kind of like walk towards the castle and then kind of stops and then like turns and looks at you. I appreciate what you are trying to do with Martel, but I don't entirely understand either.
That is fine.
Charity concerns me.
Don't consider it charity then. Perhaps call it an illusion.
She kind of nods. You're a hard creature to understand, but that I understand well enough, I suppose. And she'll turn and start walking to the castle.
Yeah, we walk past a guard, and Isha sort of like, one of them maybe has like a spear, and she just like grabs like she's kind of like, I need that. She doesn't even wait for him, and she just grabs it.
He like turns and like starts. He's like, "But what? I can't." And then like Dravis just walks up and like puts his gauntleted hand on this guard's hand and just like lowers it back down, and then walks past him. Dravis doesn't understand shit about what's going on, but he knows how to play bodyguard. So. And that is where we will leave that scene for now while preparations are made, I believe.
I mean, I can continue talking more. It's not really actually... I do know where I'm going. I just needed to figure out how I was starting.
Got it. If you've got more... Totally fine. Totally fine.
Dravis. We're sort of like in the castle courtyard. You have been a valuable asset to me.
I am glad that that is the case. Kind of like crosses his arms.
Perhaps I can reward you in time with something that is better than money. But when we get to the top of the castle, you are to make sure that nothing harms me.
Are we expecting violence in the castle?
I think you'll see in a moment what will happen. And Isha, like, Isha's wings sort of burst into gold fire, and she just picks up Dravis, and she's flying up to the top of the castle.
He looks horrified and like starts to step back. Like he looks shocked, starts to step back, and then you grab him, swoop him up, fly to the top, and there is definitely a before he kind of like settles himself.
You'll not have this alone. And she points out the rest of some like shadows in the as the sun is starting to rise along the castle walls. You will have backup. But for now, they cannot assist you. And hopefully nothing bad will happen until they're able to assist.
Right. What the fuck did Martel get me into?
And she grabs the spear from him. She puts the ember on the ground. And she sort of, with her wings, she begins like to pull the light out of the ember in these like thick gold strands. I'm to weave a spell that will allow me to absorb the energy within.
Right.
And then I need the rest of the day to absorb what is my body is capable of taking within. After that, we will have 2 hours to clear the City of Shadow. My mere presence will burn away illusions and darkness.
He kind of like gives a nod and like kind of cocks his head to the side and just starts like pulling out his axe, his greatsword rather. I suppose if all I have to do is swing at what comes at you, it's easy enough. Easy enough to understand.
I'm glad we have come to an understanding. And Isha's sort of like spinning and dragging these threads, and she shoots, and she sort of is channeling them to the mirror. Like, so there's 6 mirrors, or I guess there's. It doesn't matter how many mirrors there are, truly. And she is she blasts out these threads across the entire city. And they make sort of these long strands that just sort of slowly match how quickly the sun is coming up and over the horizon. People of Temel, when you awake at this and see this corona, know that when the sun falls and the sun rises again, that allies of the Seraph have precisely 8 hours to get out of here. You have no recourse to stay here. If your lord values your life, he will simply tell you to leave, as I am now. When the sun falls again, it will rise. Heed this warning and listen well. And by the time she's sort of done pulling and wrapping these threads, she is basically woven herself into a cocoon of golden thread.
And I think with the mirror placed, Cecilia is I was going to say joining you on this tower, but I think maybe she's going to have that commune right now, seeing all of this. Feeling a bit of urgency. Meanwhile, Dravis is kind of like watching this occur, just very like wide-eyed. Not a particularly religious man before this moment, or perhaps in this moment, but just watching kind of like wide eyes. And then kind of like sees in the distance past the towers, within a couple of minutes of you making this proclamation, a couple of familiar small humanoid tendrilled creatures start to kind of float up from some of the roofs around the town. And Dravis kind of like sees them coming and just under his breath mutters a curse and like brings his sword up, realizing that he's going to have some work to do shortly. And kind of positions himself up in a ready position in front of the cocoon. And perhaps that is where we'll leave the scene.
Yeah, I have nothing more to say. I'm in a cocoon now. I'm a bug.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, making preparations of their own in the far to the northwest of this. The rest of the monsters have just knocked down a couple of glass golems and many jellyfish-like void creatures. And in the aftermath of that, some of you still quite cut up. Some of you perhaps even still bleeding from your wounds from the glass golems. The simulacrum that you have come to the conclusion is it has informed you is a simulacrum made by Scala in the shape of the girl who last used this fortress to defend Rudel. She informed you that this creature that is active here is Somnalu. And it appears that he is not as totally defeated as I would have hoped after my last visit to the Arks.
Curse will go investigate the puddle. Kind of like peer into it, if there's like a reflection, looking at his own reflection or not. And it's like, well, what about this time? We have to worry about all this goop?
Of the ocular stock over here, the kind of like large jellyfish. She takes a couple steps towards it, floats toward it really, and says, this is not he, or not all of him, anyway.
So we should be expecting more fragments as we continue.
Correct.
Any ideas as to how it wasn't fully defeated the first time? It's a mistake I wouldn't like to repeat.
Indeed. It's hard to say. Many certain creatures of the void have a tendency to cling to the fabric of the material plane even when they should rightly be gone. They're born of the stray dust and energy of this plane as things deteriorate. Like moths, they eat at the frayed edges of our plane. I'm not certain how Somnalu survived the Arks' weapons.
That's something we should perhaps investigate as we go forward. Make sure he stays dead. What's the approximation of Somnalu as a whole?
The approximation, his capabilities? She asks, kind of looking at you.
Yes. What's his capabilities? Its capabilities. How large is the whole body? Is it more of this?
She kind of looks at this thing. bit larger. Great beast, a lizard in a shape that doesn't quite make sense. He is unusual for a member of the Void. Normally they cannot survive well in other planes. But he found his way here through the plane of dreams. Found ways to live there, hopping from sleeping mind to sleeping mind, until he ended up here. So, he is made up, even though he has a physical form, of mental energy, psychic energy. So, he has access to spells, access to magic. Some of a proclivity to illusions and affecting the minds of others, but a strong enough psychic force that he can tear open rifts.
Chris immediately pulls out his journal, flips to the page of the drawing of the dragon, excuse me, in air quotes dragon, that he drew when fleeing the manor, and like pushes it into her face.
She looks it over. That is not the creature I speak of, though I do see some similarities.
Was this thing another aspect of it, or something entirely different? Because right now it is a very great problem and has created a very large rift above the land that we are in.
You mentioned a rift. And this creature created that tear in the veil.
Indeed, yes.
While
Seemingly ripped it apart with its own magic.
I regret to say that I am unfamiliar with this creature. I can tell you that it is not Somnalu.
Well, that's something. Still doesn't solve our issue of how we make Somnalu unable to reform here. And with that, I'll take a look at it. And I'll give you a very super was supposed to be blind occultism check.
Let me see. What you know of this thing, after hearing a bit of what the simulacrum was saying, you can tell that this was more or less a psychically controlled puppet, and that the main function of the long central tendril of this thing was to act as kind of like a psychic receptor for psychic energy from elsewhere. Which does not tell you much about Somnalu itself, unfortunately.
Yes, but it does tell me we have something bigger to deal with here. I expect it's whatever's clogging up the energy.
How is that energy now? Terrace will put on his glasses and start looking around.
So you look around, it's actually, it's very bright. It's like,
oh,
it's like kind of looking like at the inside of stage lights, kind of just all around you. There's the bubble over you that is made of ley line energy, and is just a bright sphere above you. And then kind of at the edges, there's like 4 big blue lines that go right to the center and then down, and then like directly below you is just a very bright bloom that is hard to discern any shapes from. It's like still like staring into a spotlight, but like bright flashes like fire kind of like spreading throughout a structure beneath you. And you can see occasionally you can see this fire kind of like hit the edge of some kind of casing, some kind of thing below you, not that far below you, like tens of feet, 40 to 50 feet below you rather than deep, deep, deep down. But then also there's a river of fire deep, deep, deep down.
Oh.
There's a lot of light, there's a lot of ley line energy here. And you are effectively standing in the middle of it.
Yep. Does this thing it's pushing against, licking against, like, does that seem like it could be like a foreign object, like what Stairs is thinking?
Roll. How would you like to try to discern that? Depending on which check you use, I will give you slightly different information. Like if you use, like, perception's totally valid, I will just give you what you can discern from sight through the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And like what you can spot.
Well, I'm thinking about Arcana or crafting because, like,
Good choices.
I'll do crafting because 1, I'm better at it, and 2, everything's connecting. Everything is a building in one way or another.
Yes. Treating wounds, good idea.
Yeah, I'll be tending to people in the meantime.
By the way, Bait, don't know how much you care. That water's super cold.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
This is cold water coming down from the top of a mountain, not like hot spring water. Sounds good though. With a 36. What you are seeing is what is making it to the arcs, which is still quite a bit. Whatever is blocking it is below that. There is something under. What you are seeing is like a crystal structure that is beneath the keep, that the keep is sitting on top of. And the energy is kind of making it up to that and like blooming. And you can tell that there is another crystal structure below it. And then there are things growing upon that crystal structure.
Huh.
That
Uh-huh.
And this is more like you're kind of using Arcana. You are like sensing the way magic is flowing. You are not literally seeing this, but there are like dark spots where, you know, to use the 90s 2000s plasma ball example, there are like spots where there are bright like tendrils that go to a spot and then kind of like flare up and turn dark.
Yeah, Terrace would have like knelt down and put his hand to the ground to like kind of connect with the energy and kind of sense all this. And he's looking down with his glasses. He gets back up and kind of realizes that some sort of crystalline entity down there, a structure or something.
Yes, that would be the crystal that keeps this keep afloat. And beneath that, we created a paired crystal structure that draws up energy from the ley lines. Connects to one of the ley lines directly.
Fascinating. How novel.
Also seen in tourists. Make sure to grab those healing bits.
Oh, yeah. I see the structures, but I don't see anything like that's said that there was dark areas that's not related to the crystal structure.
Yeah. It seems like, to reframe my plasma ball analogy, it's like you can see a spot where a finger is pressing on the glass, but you can't actually see the finger itself or what object that actually is.
Okay, and then in that case, Chris will go on to explain like there is something still down there drawing considerable amount of power, I believe.
She kind of tilts her head, kind of nods.
Based on what I can tell of this creature and Sterisol motion towards the ocular stalk, seems like it's simply a puppet. I suspect its master is below.
Oh, joy. Well, how are we to get to it? And we even have the resources to dispatch it?
Well, we have to, if we're going to get this thing up and running. We don't exactly have reinforcements.
Last I was here, I was annoyed to find that a cavern had carved itself out beneath the arcs. She kind of like gestures over to the waterfall right outside the keep that has carved its way into the arcs a little bit. A diversion of water from above has compromised this place somewhat. So there's a cavern beneath that leads out to where you crossed the bridge to enter. You may have seen the river underneath.
We did.
Yes.
It joins up with that.
Well, that nuisance of yours might be the very key to saving this installation and reactivating it.
Glad it's good for something.
Tell me, these crystal golems, they're constructed here? Or were they brought in?
They were brought from our home. This place is not large enough for a great manufacturing capability.
Deadly heirlooms. How novel. I suppose they could serve as some assistance if needed.
It's fortunate so many have stood the test of time.
Yeah. Make our creations to last.
It's a shame the state of this place. I'm sure it was far more splendid in its, well, without all the disrepair. It's a shame.
Most of this, these are scars from our escape. All with that unsightly pond, I suppose.
It's nice. You should try it.
It's rare that a water fixture is considered a downgrade.
She Simulacrum kind of like closes her eyes and like gives the smallest head shake at the exchange. Says, "Perhaps the next wolf to visit will take a dip." Just a big
A cannonball.
Lucius Turkon jumps in. You are displeased to find that this is no more than 5 feet deep.
No.
Oh, he hurt his tailbone.
He tries to jump, and Bait just swats him out of the air.
Aw. Yep, that's enough.
It's actually pretty good.
Damn, get swatted, Turkon.
So you go to Cannonball, and then is this what you're... How does Bait perform this trip?
I just put my stick in front of his legs as he
Oh, no.
leaves this square right next to me. I just trip him.
Yep, just face down in the water, not moving.
Ironically, Bait may have saved you from cracking your tailbone.
Bait has to fully stand.
True, yes.
Bait is not relaxing. He's like standing nose up.
Bait's barely keeping his head above water. Oh.
I think I made the joke last time that it is his portrait on top of the water.
Literally, it is his portrait. Steris will kind of give an amused smile seeing that exchange. Pleased that Turkon has somebody who can best him that way. And then she'll turn her attention back to the simulacrum and ask, are you at all displeased that it wasn't one of your lineage that opened the arcs?
Displeased? Perhaps. More displeased that your mistress did not arrive herself.
I don't think there was any possibility of that happening. But those of us here mean no disrespect.
She nods.
You mentioned before overstaying your invitation from Isha. What were the terms of that invitation?
We would be guests. We would work together to stop the void, stop the Dominion.
Where did that go wrong?
Probably locking up all the old gods, I'd say.
Well, they didn't start doing that immediately, Turris. Clearly there's something... There must have been a reason.
We have always been decisive in our actions. 2 things happened very quickly. 3, really. I already told you that I had to cast a spell back in time to protect this place. That is partly because some agents of the Dominion were already present. Time was shorter than we thought, and our presence endangered the world more than we thought.
You don't say.
When you're fleeing an enemy as persistent as the Seraph, it's understandable.
She kind of nods. Second, not all approved of our arrival. We could tell some were going to take up arms. And we did not have time for a bloody war, nor for long negotiations. So we took matters into our own hands. We found the means to seal the gods, the divinities who are already here, as you already alluded to. Made a deal with the King of the Fae to put his people away on their own plane to maintain their what the? That word just flew out of my brain as I started to say it.
Autonomy.
Right, autonomy. To maintain their autonomy, and in exchange, he would give us the power to seal his fellow gods away. And the rest is a rather long story. But that is where it all went bad, as you said.
Did Ishamala believe that peace was possible? That working together was possible?
She kind of like looks down at the tiles, kind of like averts her gaze for kind of the first time. I did not ask.
They didn't even care.
She looks from the tile directly at you, brow furrowed in anger for the first time.
Am I wrong?
When there are matters of urgency, Taurus, sometimes the time can't be taken to consider.
Yes, but you escaping from one problem doesn't merit destabilizing the entire divine ecosystem of another plane.
In order to save the lives of thousands?
And quell the lives of others.
They're hardly dead.
Can you tell me that a great number of people didn't die with the fall coming here, and a number of divinity enslaved or imprisoned? And those people that followed those divinities, what happened to them?
They were given something new to believe in.
Ha! You. Well, now the four aren't new anymore. The Seraph is. That any better?
No, but that's precisely why we're trying to perhaps explore what there wasn't time to explore in the moment when they were first fleeing.
They didn't even try. She just said so. Divisive. Decisive.
Squander time and blood trying when we had a solution before us is foolish.
As the god that can manipulate time. You have to forgive me if I don't find some irony in that.
Irony is not lost on me. Having power over time does not mean that I have the freedom to go back and change what is. One spell being cast back in time. We've seen the result. Your cursed friend.
Indeed. Imagine the cost if that was cast on a much larger scale. Things could be far worse than they are now. We can't change what happened, Taurus. And trust me, I share in my disdain for those that were displaced, killed, or imprisoned because of what occurred, but I think now we have an opportunity to try to make right. It does not sound to me that the Four had ill intention. It sounds like they were trying to save as many lives as possible. The Seraph was coming regardless. They were just to keep running until they were killed?
No. But to say that they didn't have other options is foolish. This was just simply the option that suited them the best.
Yes, this is what we chose, and it is what suited us best.
I respect that you admit that. You're right. What's done is done. There is no point dwelling on it.
I can tell you what happened.
I think she looks at Bait for the first time.
Everyone going, home?
We're literally all, huh? And what is your interpretation of what happened, Bait?
The kobolds and the Anadi. We were slaves to them. Still are.
Naughty? Is that what he said? Naughty?
I don't know if Turris would...
The spider, she, and our people, and her people, were banished. Fate does not know what happened.
That you know even that much is surprising. Kobolds keep better histories than I would have expected.
Blame the spiders. They're the ones obsessed.
kind of looks towards scene and then back to the other two.
What
Is
the-
also very confused about this.
literally? What was the nature of their enslavement?
Which ones?
Kobold and the spiders.
Kobold's not good at magic. Well, some of us are. But Anadi very good at it.
I guess I'm struggling to connect the dots here, Bait.
Bait just like gets out his spear. He just starts scratching up the floor.
Great.
And he's drawing a diagram.
A diagram. Wow.
Excellent.
And it just says like 4 planet. And then there's like a drawing of a spider touching like a knot. And then he draws just like a blank square in the ground, like just like a rectangle with nothing inside. And then he draws like a stick figure of like a line and like half of a figure coming out of a line, essentially. Don't get me wrong, we were always slaves to the Anadi. We had a unique relationship, perhaps. But at some point, the Anadi wished to unbind magic or something again, and that caused their people, and because our people were so entwined, to also go to where they are now, which I don't know where it is. It is a dark place.
I see. A chain reaction, so to speak.
According to the historians, yes. And for a moment, it looks like he is lucid, but then he just walks back to the pool.
The eyes redilate.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems to be another story of many of upheaval from the four.
She like walks over and looks down at the diagram and says, "We arrived to a world that was not at peace. The simple truth of it is that some benefited from our arrival. Some did not. The gods clearly did not. As the small one said, the kobolds were always enslaved to the Anati, even when we arrived. I will not excuse what we have done. Certainly to mortals it must seem cruel. But it is what we thought we must do. Blame us for that if you wish.
Can't imagine the gods thinking of it any less cruel either. And as a matter of fact, I will blame, but once again, simply doesn't matter right now. We need to get this facility up and running.
Was Isha remaining unsealed as one of the forgotten gods a consequence of her curse?
Her eyes kind of like flutter a little bit as she recalls. It would have made imprisoning her difficult. We did not feel the need to imprison her kin.
Was that out of pity? Or guilt for how your magic affected her?
No. No, pity is not something that I think I could ever feel for a Somnalu. I would not do her that injustice. Did guilt sway our decision? Perhaps. I cannot put myself in that place anymore to totally understand. All I can say is that we did not seal all away. The Guardians chose to work with us. The Fae went to their own realm. Different deals were made.
Can't beat them.
I would not reduce their decision to a simple platitude.
Chris just shrugs.
would you speak to the deal you made with the Guardians, with Isha and her kin? It left them unsealed. That's a benefit I can quickly parse, but how did it benefit the four?
Call it... We did not think it would be in our benefit to seal them away. Call it a hunch, I suppose. It is not entirely my story to tell.
And whose might it be?
I would think it would be theirs. Shamalels. And then she like looks at you, Turris. Your mother's. If I have judged you right.
I'll kind of narrow his eyes at her. Not even my mom wants to call her my mom. Yes, you can say that. So she is on her own quest at the moment.
Dutiful as always.
Perhaps next time I have a chance, I will speak with her. He'll kind of idly rub his ring on his finger.
She'll kind of like look at that ring for a moment. Study it. From afar. Pay attention to what you're doing.
I will admit, Stairs, I am quite more curious now. About a great many things that happened before. I'm curious if there's anything that you are particularly... Anything that you really wanted to know. Because as I see it, still have a great threat that we need to face below.
Indeed. I fear I could lose myself in my wonderings. Perhaps I'll make do with what I... Perhaps I've already been given enough to digest for now. We should carry on.
He'll smile and put a reassuring hand on her shoulder and nod at her.
She'll give you kind of a strained nod and kind of shake a bit of the weight of everything off and turn towards this, I don't know, crumbling entryway?
She will actually gesture this way. Say,
Oh, great.
if you want to control this place, then the way is this way. She'll gesture to this kind of crumbling doorway on the northwest side of the room.
Oh yeah, I've been eyeing that doorway. I saw that pattern on the floor. I was like, I don't know.
That pattern, you're like magnetically drawn to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna prompt me? Oh, didn't need to prompt me.
No prompt, just a shove.
Ooh.
I'm
As
stopping wet and crunching stuff.
As you descend the stairs, you find a room that is. Oops, I did not mean to. There we go. You find an octagonal room. At the bottom of those stairs, with a large red crystal lattice spanning from the floor to the ceiling. Metal floor with like strange textures and metallic pattern kind of like cut into it. Really a very simple room, if not for the large crystal array right in the middle.
Stop stealing my food.
This is not from you.
There are like metal pieces hanging down from the ceiling that are like attached to the crystal on all sides. And despite the very red kind of like main crystal formation, the floor is kind of like pulsing a blue light. Just under the crystal. This like kind of like bed of blue crystal just underneath it.
Kind of slowly reach a hand down and kind of just hover my fingers over that blue light energy, kind of just feel the air between my hand and the crystal.
Yeah, there's like a lot of energy there. There's like a couple of kind of like static electricity jumps, even from pretty far from your fingers to like this crystal matrix. Very like electric as you get close.
I'll kind of just watch the sparks kind of come off the crystal and kind of dance on his fingertips, and then finally just palm the crystal itself.
I was hoping that would cut off a little faster. I forgot it fades out. It lights up. It turns a bright red, and there's like a audible hum in the room for everyone.
Sorry, bait is crunching.
With some crunching in the background. And the crystal glow grows warm under your hand very quickly. And then you hear a voice. Everyone in the room hears a voice saying, Ark's control matrix online.
Well, that was easy.
I keep tabbing back to chat to see what's being rolled.
It is literally just bait stealing from scene repeatedly.
Who enters the arcs?
Kind of takes a look at eyes the simulacrum for a moment.
She's just staring at the crystal array. then realizes that you're not saying anything and like looks at you and kind of like tilts her head when she sees you staring.
Hey,
Terrace Ironcrad. Terrace Ironcrad.
Greetings, bait. Greetings, Turris Iron Turris Ironcrad.
Perhaps we all need to announce ourselves. Steris.
Greetings, Steris.
Scene of auction.
Greetings, scene of auction. You do.
Steris
Turkon.
Turkon as he walks by.
Greetings, Turkon.
Scene, you're floating a couple inches higher as stuff is being removed from your backpack, but you notice this time.
Oh my god. What have you been taking?
You don't have any more food.
That's fine. I'm gonna have it.
Nice.
I hate that. The status effects of the golems upstairs are showing up through the floor. I guess I'll hide them.
I was going to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Security clearance has been found for scene of auction. System security will shut down.
Kind of give a quizzical look to Scene. Perhaps because you're the one that played the song.
Perhaps because he's a creature that's typically associated with the void.
Scene will just like slowly turn and look at not hologram.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Again, feeling a gaze. She kind of like does a double take and turns to you, and then kind of like looks you up and down and like looks back to the crystal. And then says, "Are you certain?" And then the crystal lights up again, like in the middle. There's kind of like a brighter light, and the voice says, "Checking logs. Yes. Clearance was granted. Scene, when did you depart your home? When did the incident happen?"
The incident.
Yesterday.
It probably. Yeah, yesterday. No,
Yeah.
it probably has been. I would guess. Or, I mean, just putting rough numbers, like 20-ish years.
20 years.
Potentially.
Okay. Confirmed. Clearance granted 5 years ago.
5? What did you do 5 years ago?
What did you do 20? Kissed a girl.
Cena's trying to think back to 5 years ago.
Clearance was updated to maximum levels 1 month ago.
Blinks.
Cena would look at everyone and be like, "What was 1 month ago?"
the incident at the tower was a month ago? You know, where you played the Void song and almost cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
He proved his merit. He only got a little influenced by the Void, but
it was an accident.
Bait still pulls his
Sort
spear
of.
out.
It was a fully conscious choice, a very stupid one.
It was a fully conscious choice. The outcome was an accident.
Just give me the command. I'll do it right now.
Thank you, baby.
Scene would look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just telling Bait to not stab you.
Scene would like turn around to Bait and be like, "Can you give me like at least a couple minutes for you?"
She told me to wait.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Dean would look to the crystal and just be like, who granted me, or like who granted me access 5 years ago and who updated access 1 month ago?
Access was granted by Akshin 5 years ago. Access was updated by Akshin 1 month ago.
Dean is like pretty speechless. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Scene is going to ask the crystal if it can show a picture of Akshin.
Yeah, pull up the log so we can all see it.
Give me the receipts.
Do you have any idea what Akshin looks like? I mean, you as a player, do you have any care about what Akshin looks like?
I don't have any personal preference. I think the only identifier I said was like human.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stretch that a little bit. So
That's fine.
He's gonna add oid to end of that.
no.
Human oid.
You see the crystal lattice kind of like blinks, lights kind of like slide along the different like parts of the matrix, and then all of you get in your head. You're perhaps expecting a mirror to show up, like the last crystal lattice that you interacted with, or a projection, a hologram, something. Instead, beamed directly to your head is the image of a seemingly human man, with this kind of like more kind of like dusty red hue to his skin, a bit like a bit like red clay, and very like more squared off features. Like elves and humans in this world look a little bit similar. The features that rely on the opposite spectrum of elf for humans, that all of those features are like accentuated in this image that flashes in your head. And the everything looks anatomically human, although in this projection, everything below like the like shoulders kind of like fades into non-detail. It mostly focuses on the face, but they have, you know, arms, legs, no tail, etc. Very human look. Roll a, whoever would like can roll a society check.
Sure. Hidden or not?
Nah. Usually I would be saying yes, but in this case, no, it's fine.
Love when all of us do the roll.
Well, the two that rolled in
Someone's
secret
doing
rolled.
it.
Well, actually, you don't even need to roll high for this. The person. This doesn't look exactly like this person. Or the name I'm going to say in a moment. But Adam is the human that this person looks most alike. Like the kind of squared off features, the very like non-elf look to this guy reminds you the most of Adam, who is a famous figure who lived for. He was an immortal human. He was the first human. He was created several thousand years ago when cities still floated in the sky.
Who's that?
Adam.
Yeah, Beta has no idea. Bait Super doesn't know. Everyone else is familiar with renditions of Adam as he lived up until 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, something like that.
He was.
It's been 6 years.
6
hasn't it?
years? I don't know. Yes. Something recent. He died in all of your lifetimes except hers.
Oh, well. I've only read about him.
Again, who is that?
Well, this is seemingly auction, but Adam was the first human.
Ew.
He gave up his immortality in an effort with the goddess Denala. It was his sacrifice with hers that sealed the four away. Scene, who is this to you?
Ian is still, he's kind of just like not talking.
Bait hit him.
I'm curious. Is the image that Scene sees what Scene remembers auction to be?
Yeah,
Damn it,
he
Incredible.
tries to trip him. Has no legs.
Yeah, has no legs. Incredible. That's so good.
Yeah, this looks 100% like Auction. You can tell me if he would have like hidden his, like basically if he would have tried to look more like a human and have like this kind of dusty red pigment to his skin is not like a thing in this world.
Okay. No, I think everything is totally fine with how you described it. I think Scene would have a like. Scene's a weird looking guy. Doesn't really think much about when other
Right.
people look slightly weird. And kind of just prescribed like, oh yeah, that's a human. Scene would ignore Steris's question and ask the crystal like, where is auction now?
Unknown. The location was not reported with this upgrade to your security clearance.
Is that your dad?
Apparently.
That's crazy.
You could say that.
I hate to see your mom.
Scene would ask the crystal to kind of like share the logs with everyone. Just give like a brief overview of the most important things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's another flash, and this time there's like a light kind of emits from one of these kind of like metal brackets that are attached to the crystal. And you see like just four lines that have been retrieved. And the voice says, these are the four requests on file from auction. And the first line is like retain names and energy signatures, purge all logs, all prior auction logs. The next line is the orphanage, capitalized, capital T, capital O, has been attacked. Seeing to the safety of the residents, and then going into hiding and investigating. And then with no other comments, there is the line, upgrade scene of auctions security access to basic. And then the line from a month ago, upgrade scene of auction security clearance to maximum.
Scene would ask the crystal, what role did the orphanage play?
There's like a couple of flashes, and then the voice says, unknown.
Scene would look to the rest of the group. So, I guess what do you guys want to know? Or like, what should we ask?
Control system. How is auction connected to the arcs?
Auction arrived on the arcs. Auction was slept in stasis here for some time, for being assigned tasks unknown.
Ian would ask, Crystal, what is... Does 8th Bite have any security clearance?
Yes. Expanding request. And the other line that raised your security clearance to basic kind of like extends downward and shows that your name is on a list with like I don't know. With 36 other names, and the 8th Bite is one of them.
Oh.
You are the only one on the request to expand that security clearance.
What sort of orphanage did you attend, Scene?
And what happened to it? Were you there when it was attacked?
You know, it's been a while, so I don't remember all the details, but
And you can tell me if it seemed like it came under attack. Like, that may not have been your experience with what happened.
yeah, I think what Scene remembers is kind of like the typical the goings on of the orphanage, but there was one day where auction was not there, and Scene essentially upon like going to sleep and waking up found like the orphanage in ruins, and essentially like tried to do what he could to make sure, like, to find other people, get them out, and just kind of didn't know what happened from that point.
It's both a blessing and a tragedy you weren't there when it happened.
Yeah. Scene would just kind of trail off, like stare blankly. Ask the crystal if there happens to be like a status associated with any of the people on that list, or if it's unknown.
No status other than their security clearances. Archivist reports that Auction's main point of contact was elsewhere, beyond this facility. The only instructions brought here were related to security clearance and urgent status reports.
That location is unknown.
Now there's
May
another.
not trace it back.
Another couple of flashes. Let's see. The main point of contact appears to have been upon the Veilspire. No details other than the destination of status reports and messages is available.
You know what the Veilspire is? I know it was referenced last time with some of the other outposts or whatnot, but do we know what that is?
I don't think you do yet.
And would ask what the Veil Spire is to the crystal.
Crystal, define Veilspire.
Clearance for that information not provided.
But he said
Imagine having maximum level clearance
Yeah,
and
I'm
the
like,
thing you want being
Above
higher than that.
maximum, yeah.
If your upgrade
That
in
is-
security
that is-
clearance was supposed to come with
Or Maximer.
an upgrade in access to information, then you may want to have a discussion with your security maven.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess we gotta go find the Veilspire and have a talk with Akshin.
Scene would ask what
I think the simulacrum size is just like the Veilspire is. This was our final keep. The Veilspire is a war fortress. It is hidden here on this world. It is what we used to traverse planes before our empire fell.
Is it a bastion of defense, or does it have offensive capabilities like the Ox?
It is designed to be as self-contained as possible. It has offensive and defensive capabilities. It has prison for the worst criminals may not be the right word. The most dangerous beings that we found in our travels. Does that answer your question?
It
I
does.
suppose. Well, I suppose my question would be: the Ox is designed to be a weapon, yes?
The Arx is designed to be an escape.
And it happens to have a weapon that can seemingly only be used in a very limited capacity.
That is correct. Here, in this place, the pulse was enough to scour Rudel, weaker aberrations, such as when the last invasion with Somnalu occurred. Away from this location, it is purely a defensive weapon and will cleanse only the Arx itself and the immediate area surrounding it. But having the power concentrated on just the Arx makes it much more powerful. As I said, it was only able to cleanse the weakest of aberrations through Rudel, but concentrated here it was enough to scatter the physical body of the Seraph. If it were not for his own connection to the divine, I believe he would have been slain there.
Shame that.
Indeed.
Scene would ask the crystal what maximum security clearance gives him access to, like what most pertinent things, I guess.
You have full control of the station itself, including all movement and defensive and offensive capabilities. You have full run of the ship. No traps will, no security defenses will activate to your presence or those of your companions. You can extend your security clearance to those of your, to the signatures of your companions. This clearance,
Please do so.
it'll flash a couple of times, and there's like a little bit of a light kind of like passes over each one of you, and the voice says,
Scene would approach the crystal though and be like, "Can you give?" And like slightly point to Bait and be like, "Can you give that guy like just a little above basic?"
He gets mid-tier security clearance.
Interpolating your intentions, the kobold will have clearance through all security checkpoints and defenses. The kobold will not be able to access any offensive, movement, or defensive capabilities.
And we'll give a thumbs up to the crystal.
The mess hall remains open to the kobold.
It's
Oh no, he's
Chover.
gonna bolt. He's gonna bolt immediately. Turkon's going with him.
As the mess hall through this door over here.
Yes, the mess hall is across the hall from that door.
Pause.
Step out into this hallway. There is
We're gonna
indeed a
change
door
things to be about the
across the hallway, but as you approach it, you bonk into it, and it doesn't open for you like the door behind you did.
I'm gonna pry it open.
Try to find a place to get purchase. Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I'm helping.
That is pretty good. It's also pretty good. But
But not good enough, is it?
you are not able to find a purchase on this door very easily. The
Loud
issue
crying in the hallway.
with the power down, it is hard to slide so much heavy stone without a way to grab onto it.
Oh, I just need a way to grab onto it.
I'm concerned.
Or we could just get the power turned back on, guys.
Yeah, like the.
Do you think this would work?
Um,
Oh my god.
the bracers fuse temporarily with your forearms, while extending your fingertips.
Use me like a wrench.
That would help. That would help.
We're doing this.
And I
Trying
pick
getting
up
in
bait
here.
and use them as a wrench.
All
Use
right.
me like a what's
A
the
pry bar.
a crowbar?
guys hear screeching nails on chalkboard sound from across the hallway. Go ahead and give me another athletics check, another aid check if you would like to help. Oh,
Oh no.
Hero point it.
it's
Yeah,
tough.
I'm
It's
doing
tough
it.
to get in there.
Oh my God. You really
Well,
think
8
there'll
again.
be any actual edible food in an ancient mess hall?
You don't know what their food's like.
You won't know unless you look.
I hope it's all rotted.
Fresh food has not been
Pulls out his spear and he just.
fresh food has not been restocked in approximately 10,000 years.
Put your crick in the neck.
Bait slammed the door on me.
Yeah, Bait pulled out his spear and he closed it. He closed it. He pressed the button on this side.
All right, so you guys are struggling to get the door
Sorry.
open. It's going to take some effort.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'll take
Like,
time.
we're doing this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this.
You're
and they're
doing
doing that.
All right.
Great. Steris will turn her attention back to the simulacrum. I don't know what to call her. She said
Simulacrum is her proper name.
Okay, Miss Miss Lady Time Simulacrum. What was Auction's relation to the Four? He came here on the Arks in stasis. Was he one of your citizens?
He was one of our best warriors. He was stationed on the Arks at the time that we left. I do not know. This vessel does not have memories of this orphanage, or she kind of like looks at Scene of Auction, any of the tasks that he may have been assigned.
Well, thank you for warning. I'll save my breath, I suppose.
He was distressed by our departure from our world, and continued to be distressed by the manner in which we arrived.
Ian would ask if Auction and Adam are the same person.
I don't think that'd be possible.
No. And you can see she's like considering something.
What is it?
I am loath to...
Did you say that Auction was an elf?
Auction is a... was... No.
Okay.
He looks like a
Was
human.
one of their greatest warriors.
Yes.
Was an elf with, or an elf. Sorry, was a human.
Yes.
Not an elf. A human
He-
with like red skin.
Yes.
And it kind of sounded like he was like the inverse elf.
Correct. So,
He
I
was
don't
the
know.
most human.
so Adam is the most human-looking human in this world
Mhm.
because he was the first one, and
Mhm.
all other humans came from,
Mhm.
from his bloodline. So all humans after Adam were at least a little bit elf or a little bit dwarf or what have you.
Mhm.
So Adam has this distinction of looking like more of like a square jaw, less like angular, slender features, Yeah, so kind of like on the opposite side of the spectrum from like slender, tall elf. I am gonna break your heart, Turkon and Bait. There's not... I haven't made the mess. There is not a room on the other side.
It is actually fine.
It is actually fine.
You teased us with
I just
this,
see Turkon...
and then you take it away.
I just see Turkon trying to drag into the room over and over.
It is actually fine because we're still gonna try anyways, even if it doesn't exist.
I do think it would be funny to move you into that space to show you what's there. Therefore,
Ah,
What does it look like?
it's very back rooms.
Mm.
So
Again, I'm fine with the idea that we are trying to get in.
yeah. I just
And that being what we're doing.
yes. I apologize.
I stand in the ominous portal.
I don't know why that's there or what it is. So
It looks
Very ominous then.
It looks like that's where one of the golems is.
I think you might be right, yeah. The one that got blessed by seeing or something upstairs. Anyway. So yeah, human. Auction is a human. But maybe not a human. Yeah. Very much looks like a human.
You came here on the arcs. There isn't a possibility he could be Adam himself. Adam was created, well, at least from the teachings I'm aware of, by it being known as the Prophet.
That is correct. That is how Adam came about.
What the?
And this is one of Adam's offspring, then?
No, like,
No.
Scene would ask, was Adam made in a likeness of Auction?
I am hesitant to contradict the mythology that this world has put together.
There's something to be said about the truth now, isn't there?
There's also something to be said for the stories that the Prophet created life from nothing 10,000 years ago. Well, 8,000 years ago.
He sought to emulate the life that was created by the Four.
The Prophet did not know what he pursued. He had visions that he thought were of the future. That was where his name came from, after all. Saw a great struggle. He saw who he thought was Adam in his vision and sought to make that being. It was not Auction. But it was Auction's brother.
And who was that?
Shin Ak.
She thinks for a moment. His name... I hate that you made that joke. His name was Kalaishin.
You can steal it. I won't charge you.
I mean... I do not know how the prophet saw visions of the past. He kept no logs anywhere but the repositories here in the listening post. But he tapped into something, had visions of our retreat. And was so inspired to make Adam. But hardly a story that you all need to concern yourselves with, I would think.
Well, questions and answers once again.
Do you believe
I found
that?
a can of sardines.
Oh.
Sarkhan begins checking his pockets.
He's like, my can of sardines. So, Kalaishin is the one who gave up their immortality in working with Denala to seal away the Four, not
No.
Adam?
Everything else you know is true. Adam was created by the prophet. Adam had the appearance of immortality, although truly he just had an unexpectedly long lifespan that would have ran out eventually. And I know nothing of this sealing that you speak of, unfortunately. But I imagine the stories that you know of him are as true as you can expect.
And what you're saying is that the prophet saw these two brothers from the past was inspired to make Adam.
Correct.
And at least one of these brothers is still around and working for the Four. Perhaps this entire time, I assume?
Yes. He was kept here as the keeper and defender of this place. And again, I am unsure of why he was awakened and assigned other tasks. That happened after my time.
Who would have the authority to do such a thing?
In our absence, and it may have been one of us that assigned him this task, but in our absence, the 4 leaders of the Veilspire are our seconds in terms of commanding our armies.
Are 4 leaders of the Veilspire?
Yes. Or lieutenants, as it were. Generals, more like. They themselves are keepers of the Veilspire.
Which I assume they do not leave.
I should hope not.
You should hope not that the keeper here didn't leave, and yet he did.
There is much to explain. Our warriors, quite by accident, are beacons for the void. The things that made our warriors strong made them weak to the void and the Seraph's armies in particular. And they were like they were as if natural predators to our armies. One capable soldier who can keep their psychic powers under wraps is not a danger. But the entire army waiting on the Veilspire, walking around, the void would have found us years ago. Even with the Veil.
There's a whole army in this Veilspire.
There is.
Wasn't that something?
Perhaps the Veilspire should be our next asset to acquire against the Seraph.
Her face kind of goes a little stern, kind of like looking between the two of you. They are powerful and very capable. But they are naturally vulnerable to the Seraph's armies, the Seraph's monstrosities.
Your own army is weak against your enemy.
Paris. Sorry, Steris just shoots you a sharp look.
He kind of shrugs me like, what? Seems to be, in one way or another, in some capacity, not only the Arcs, but Veilspire should be mobilized as well. Very least, we should make contact with those there.
Well, it is certainly no longer my choice. She kind of like looks at you pointedly. It will not be yours either. They will make their own decision. Our generals will determine if they can be a help or a hindrance.
We contact the Veilspire from here.
You should be able to, yes. Although, with the power concerns this place is currently facing, that may remain difficult until you solve the present issue.
Right. We continue to get ahead of ourselves. Perhaps now's the time for us to redirect our efforts back towards cleansing what is wrong here.
Query. What would have happened if we didn't have this access that this auction granted scene and now us?
A couple of images flash in your head, right outside at the ends. There's hidden in the stones of the hallway outside of this this building, leading back out to like the outer ring. There are two ooze-like creatures, and you see an image of them dissolving, kind of like formless, ambiguous humanoids. And then a flash of the glass golems upstairs, cutting someone in half, and just a couple of other images of various traps and defenses going off.
Yeah, bad things.
Yeah. And Curious kind of smiles and kind of goes over to Scene and kind of does the approximation of a shoulder squeeze. And we just squeezes both sides of him. As I've always said, Scene, as I said even recently when you were getting us into here, you were meant to be here. Y'all were. We're going to get this done.
Thank you. Then Scene would like look past Taurus and it's like ask the crystal. You identify like the areas that are causing the power issues.
The issue appears to be a interruption in ley line flow between the crystal below the arcs and the crystal matrix of the arcs itself. Something is snapping that flow of power and making it inconsistent, leaving the arcs with on minimal standby power to prevent any power surges or damage to the arcs itself. If the objects draining power from the flow are removed, then full power will be returned.
Right. So we need to get back outside the arcs itself.
That would perhaps be most expedient. There are no access corridors to the cavern below the arcs from here. There is an eastern exit, a western exit. Those appear to be the most accessible ways out at present. The cave walls are blocking all other exits.
Very helpful, Crystal. Thank you. But before we go, I should finish healing you guys.
Yeah, we should take a rest.
Do you need a whole one?
Question, do I?
Because if you want to draw
I'm
the door,
very
not
out of
opposed
spell
to that.
slots,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I could get by. I have 2 5-level left. 5th level.
To be fair, I am completely out of heals, aside from my treat runes and my battle medicine. But
I'm only missing a 4th ranked spell slot. I'm just missing a lot of health.
You've now had 2 sessions without a rest, right?
correct.
I'm missing about 50 health points. So
It might be
Oh, good lord.
it might be
okay.
3 sessions without a rest if we're including
We've
most of
Okay.
it.
it's also just been 3 sessions without multiple combats.
It's
So,
true. It's true.
Also, not a problem to heal you for like 50. That'll take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Healing's not the problem. It's the other resources. If people are worried, I'm not opposed to resting here. This seems pretty safe, aside from the random particles of Somnalu that just are popping up.
Can I draw power from the core?
Do you want to try?
Yeah, I want to try.
Go ahead and give me.
No, the botulism check was directed at Varus.
Oh my god.
Their canning techniques are A+. So any food you do find
They-
in here.
Doesn't know what botulism is, so he's also
Tarkon
asking what
doesn't, yeah.
botulism is. Okay.
Tarkon doesn't know about botulism.
Okay.
The food you
We
find
found
is
this mysterious. We found this can of this mysterious chef. And why is his name Boy?
Oh my god.
Boy.
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 unfortunately, instead of being filled with like ground hamburger or anything like that, or sausage, the like pasta shells are filled with like a nutrient paste. What am I doing? What am I saying?
Taurus is trying to slurp up all the crystal energy.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Slurp, slurp.
What is your intent
Slurp,
with trying to
slurp.
slurp up
Yeah,
the
you can just
crystal energy?
Honestly, Bill, you could just like full heal because it's actually just like not a problem. I can definitely just heal you up to full HP.
I suppose that depends on what my options are. I mean, I can use it to heal myself. That'd be fun, just for like a little flavor of it. But if I can like use it to bolster, like boon myself, that'd be kind of cool.
Let's see.
I can use it to like boon myself and connect more with the structure itself. That'd be cool.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a. Let's see. Whatever magical check you would like.
I still contend this is all crafting, but I'll do Arcana.
When it comes to manipulating magic directly,
Yeah, that's
so you start to. You're not actually tapping like a direct source of like leyline power here. You're kind of like sucking it out of the arcs.
Yeah.
And the lights start to like flicker when you do that out in the hall and in the room that you're in. It's a very careful balance of power right now. Would you like to continue?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Where the heck did these go?
Well, there goes all the power for the arcs.
Dude, he's sucking it all up.
Okay.
Bait is like stitching you up, and he just gets his stick and he just pokes the button to open this door.
It now doesn't work as the lights are.
No,
flickering.
it's like while the lights are flickering, he's like, hey,
Yeah.
you stop that.
It starts to, it's like slides open part way and like stops and like skitters a little bit. Okay.
So much absorbing energy from crystals this session.
Yeah. Okay. So you can overcharge everyone in the room with an extra focus point. However, you are like, you feel kind of like a jolt, like right through where your spine would be if you were a normal human. And you get very like fuzzy and brain foggy, and like you hear almost static in your ears. You are stupefied 3 until you rest.
I thought 26 would be a good roll.
26 is pretty good. Ish. We're in
Relatively.
weird territory with what you're trying to do.
I gotta definitely double check and make sure I didn't skip any skill ups. 'Cause if so, I'm gonna put it in Arcana for sure.
Sounds like our answer about rest is now clear.
And shakes his hand a little bit. Think I'm getting the hang of it. We'll just take a few more tries next time.
Turris is currently talking as Turris says this. He's talking like his tongue is numb.
I can tell you're trying to say something annoyingly optimistic about what just occurred, but you're going to rest now. Perhaps you could still manage to draw the door in your state. Give you something calming and grounding to do.
Does drawing the door require the concentrate trait?
I'm
It
pretty
does,
sure it
don't
does.
Because in short,
You know, well, we do have half an hour. I mean, we still can get through some stuff. But also, I thought when you asked if I wanted to continue, I would do another roll. Can I just use my hero point then to
Sure.
maybe re-roll the first time?
yeah, if you would like.
Oh.
Okay, because I mean we're almost done, and
You're like,
I thought
I'll
I was
use it.
yeah, might as well. Might as well.
There's a lot of room to not improve.
There
on
is
11.
a ton of room to not improve, but if you want to risk it, sure.
Fortunately, there's no crit fail for backlash effects, I don't think. Actually?
He doesn't think.
Actually?
He's simply, I don't think he's thought about it.
That's okay. I think we should keep Turris as has a Jar Jar effect.
No, that's okay. That's
Oh.
fine.
I apologize.
Turris
You
to-
should not have actually been stupefied.
Oh no. Well, that
He is
was worse
stupefied
than-
now.
Now
Oh,
you are.
21? Yeah, now
Check,
he
Gavin.
is. Okay.
Before, you should have simply taken 10d6 mental damage.
Oh.
Ah. Well, damn.
Thanks for the chat.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that 10d6 mental damage.
He might be taking a rest anyways.
35.
He.
Owie.
That is exactly average.
He's stupefied and he takes the damage? God damn.
That's mean.
Um,
I'm getting punished for exploring and trying to do things.
Yep.
I'm getting punished for sticking a fork into a lightsaber.
you that is correct.
Yeah,
You
I wonder if maybe
You are getting exactly. You are getting punished, but it is exactly this mechanic, which I will post in game for everyone to peruse.
Was the DC at least lowered because I was going through a conduit?
It was harder because you're going through a conduit.
Oh, I thought I would have more room for like success to go through like a crafted thing that channels it, like that's built to channel it.
It is built to channel it for its own purposes. You're kind of sticking a fork at a computer. Not a, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, also the flow is inconsistent. So sometimes you get like a lot and sometimes you get a little.
Correct. It is an unstable power source. It is a power source not meant to give power. Yeah. I think that's
so
it.
Connected with it though.
And it
I
just
feel so connected.
you feel connected with it. You are. That doesn't mean it's easy to plug into.
We didn't happen to leave the door open back.
It is right outside.
Okay. Perfect.
We didn't have bad things happen, so I didn't undrop. Well, we didn't have bad things happen immediately, so I didn't undrop.
Right. We went in, we got the machine from Luca, and then we closed the door on him.
That's right. That's right.
I see.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Well, we need to make our way out of here anyway, so might as well double back the way we came.
The power does return, and you get the doors do open again. You guys have access to look around a little bit if you want.
Why not?
Well, Bill's doing the thing he said he was going to do, so
Bill, you walk past a river that is just going from the pond you saw upstairs right out the eastern door and down into an abyss.
Oh, this looks cool. I don't know how I can see inside of this, but
the wall's in the wrong place.
No,
it looks
no, it's not. There's you start walking past here, and like you couldn't see down there until you started. Like you look to the side and it's like stone, 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 and then you still see the texture of the stone, but it turns transparent. And you step up to it, and you can see down below there's some kind of there's a lot of metal. There's like a lattice of like metal support stuff. There you see like tools down there that look like blacksmithing tools, kind of, that you might be familiar with. And there's something in the shape of a quadrupedal figure, and then you see stairs that go back up to the hallway you were just in.
And bait.
And bait. You see bait walk down and look around.
And bait.
To what I was going to say before, you guys can explore in here a little bit if you'd like to look around, get the look of the place. Since we won't be wandering down and starting the Below the Arcs scene this week.
Dang.
Especially if we are... Oh, you're going to go back to the door. Yeah, okay.
I'm itching.
You see Turkan kind of like walking into this hallway and stepping down these stairs as you are walking out of that room, Turris.
Doing what now?
When you were exiting this door over here, you saw Turkan going down the stairs.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, back this way.
Yeah, I want to see the weird lattice thing.
Stairs, what do you do?
I'm going back to the door.
Okay. Technically,
What the?
Well.
Oh, this is dope.
You're welcome to go back out through the top. The shortest way is technically on this floor, but you would technically have no reason to know that necessarily.
I mean, I guess the crystal told me there are other exits. I just perhaps the crystal is friendly and sees me walking this way and is like, actually, I heard your intention is to.
Yeah, it'll kind of like direct you to the shortest way back to the front door, which is like out here, and then kind of like down this way and out that hallway. But you guys both see Turris going down the stairs on your left in this hallway, or to the south in this hallway.
Can I do a crafting check on this big boy?
Yes, you can.
I will hope.
Everyone who does go down those stairs, you see, we would recognize it as a hangar.
Yeah.
There is a quite large construct of some sort in the middle on this platform. Lots of tools that look like they are for maintenance and fixing things that would be appropriate for fixing the golems upstairs, for instance. You see like parts for the golems and everything. Also appropriate for fixing whatever this is. And you're rolling a crafting check on that?
Yep.
It is a flying machine of some sort. It has a core, that you are now starting to recognize as very similar to the golems, the cores of the golems upstairs, the cores of every like construct that you've run into that kind of like power it. This one suffused with much wind magic. It is not in perfect functioning order. You can tell there are like some tools strewn about under it. You can tell that it was in the middle of being worked on the last time it was left. And you know that, like, you see that one of the wings is held up by one of the, like, cranes upstairs and needs to be reattached and perhaps fixed. It looks like one of the joints on the wings is, like, bent pretty out of shape. It looks like it has taken some damage from something. Like, it looks nice and shiny here. It is not in pristine condition.
Project time.
Outside, this is just like an open door to the south. And you just see the rock wall of a cavern like feet away from the precipice outside of this.
I see.
Well, I will rummage through the tools and see if there's anything of particular note.
I'm just very indecisive about the music right now. Tons of tools. Tons of tools in here. Anything of note? There's definitely like hammers here and anvils around, different like anvil heads around for shaping metal. These are like very well designed craftsmanship tools. They would give a bonus to any kind of like crafting check to shape things out of metal or to tinker or anything like that.
I will definitely take some.
And following that, anything that you work on in this workshop that has to do with shaping metal or machinery or tinkering or anything like that, the DC would be lowered.
I would definitely take any ones for like crafting, tinkering.
Take them. I mean, okay, that's fair.
Take them.
Yeah, you can grab a set.
He's just taking some too.
I'm just, you're moving in. You don't need to loot the place. but yeah, you can grab some like tinkering tools that you can load up and carry around with you.
Well, I like taking a set just in case we need it somewhere else.
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
See, but I am going to be working on this big boy, especially if Turkon wants to help.
Begins by ripping the tail off the thing.
No.
See, that's where your problem is. I see it's not attached correctly.
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh.
So what that would be like improved crafting tools or something like that?
Yeah, correct.
Is that actually a thing I can look up and add to my inventory?
There are sets of tools for, yes, let me see. There's like artisan. It's probably a. What the heck is a heckling tool? Anyway.
Use that to heckle.
This would be the equivalent of a set of sterling artisan's tools.
Sweet.
Okay, those actually come up for me.
They are tools that make it
Compendium.
actively harder to work with them.
That what?
What?
They are like
Oh, the
they
heckling
put-
tools. Yeah,
they
they're-
impose penalties on you for trying to use them.
the
okay.
heckling tools are cursed indeed.
You think you're gonna work on this? No, you're gonna break it.
The
You're
artisan's
gonna
tools.
break it.
If you just look up like artisan, then it should come up.
Yeah, it's getting no matching options.
I
In
found
the
it.
equip-
Oh, I'm looking under trades. That's
Ah,
why.
yes. I don't think there's a difference between the artisan's tools and the artisan's toolkit. I think they are identical.
I am taking the toolkit.
Very well. And you would need to specify, like, one is going to be for blacksmithing. It sounds like for yours, tourists, you'd have to specify, like, either blacksmithing or, like, machining or something like that.
Yep.
Oh, I am now wearing the toolkit.
Cool.
Can I request a high vis vest for the next item?
Yeah, I can come up with a vest that just gives you, like, -2 to stealth.
Maybe a hard hat. Oh, the game is saying I'm now encumbered. Oh boy.
They are heavy. The artisan kits are 2 bulk.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not the kind. The toolkits are not like the kinds of things you like take places.
Right.
Those are like the kinds of things you leave at a place.
Yeah, it's discouraged from stealing, guys.
like
This is just
have-
another
have a-
one of our homes.
easy.
I have a pocket dimension on my person. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. If you
It's not stealing if it's in your pocket dimension.
a little more reasonable to carry around if you have like a bag of holding or something. But if you just have a backpack, you're like strapping a decent amount of the toolkit like onto the backpack instead of putting it in, just because of how like big it is.
Yes, like the blacksmithing toolkit comes with an anvil.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're like the kinds of things you set up at a workshop.
But you guys can't carry around an anvil?
I have
Some
one
of
in my
It
pocket.
seems neither can you.
Well, I can. It's just I'm carrying more. Plus,
yeah.
it only makes me clumsy 1, and I'm already clumsy 1 permanently. So
Fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't do that much. It
I haven't
certainly
even reached my max bolt.
certainly possible to drag these kits around. Just it is cumbersome.
Like a
Uh,
freaking cartoon character. Tourist puts it inside his jacket pocket and just disappears.
Where did-
Incredible.
Oh, there it is. Yes, Steris.
I was saying that Steris made her way back to the door and entered the tower seeking out Luca.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, door is right where you left it, assuming tourist didn't dismiss it. Yeah. Luca is Luca is kind of, you find him pacing in the common room.
I see.
Let's see. Hey, you find him pacing in the common room, and then you enter, and he looks over and he's like, oh thank goodness. So it worked, and those angry spirits left you alone?
I thought you deserved to know that your invention was a success.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad Scene could get it to work. I had so much. I don't have any rhythm. I should have known that it was going to be more successful in his hands, but I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be perfect, you know?
It was perfect. It worked. That's what matters.
I appreciate that. I'm glad it worked well enough. That it didn't put you into any
Didn't
kind of
horribly
danger.
backfire or dangerous at all. No, it worked out just fine.
Did not
Yeah.
did not know you would be under duress while operating it. And,
There was no way to predict. But I think the pressure helped Scene perform.
he does seem to light up when under some kind of performance pressure.
You dedicated so much of your time to solving that puzzle box. It's one of the first things we tasked you with upon meeting you. A simple clockworker turned into inventor. It's something to be proud of.
Well, I was going to deflect your praise more, but when you put it that way, I suppose it did work out for the better. I'm happy that I could be of use.
And I'm sure you'll continue to be. You don't strike me as somebody who keeps their hands idle for long.
No, of course not. I've been worried a while about earning my keep. I don't want to simply be a refugee here.
Well, I can assure you, you are not.
This is good news.
What do you intend to work on next?
Well, Isha replaced one quite difficult task with another, as did Turris. Figuring out these golems, these constructs, and working out a way to make these collars effective against divine creatures. That has been taking up my attention.
Well, hopefully what you've learned of one experience can lend you to another.
I do feel like I'm learning quickly. So, I hope so.
Being thrown into challenges like that does make you learn quickly.
I can only imagine all of you have gone through a lot in a short period of time, and I don't know. I am in awe of that.
We've all been through a lot. It's through us coming together that we're able to overcome it. I hope you've still found time to spend with Naria in the meantime, despite your tasks.
Yes, of course. She keeps me very focused.
Good.
Seems to know exactly when the task needs coffee and when the task needs something stronger.
She can read you well, it seems. It's a sign of her affection.
He nods.
What progress have you made on your other projects? Though, considering you've been pacing for what seems like the entire time we've been in there, maybe not much as of late.
Well, we have the couple of the constructs that Turris brought back are a couple of them are operational. They were mostly in working order when we got them, to be honest. One of them is quite damaged and needs some mechanical repairs, but it's like a liquid metal that forms the body. It's very not my area of expertise, as none of this has been. So we will keep trying things, and hopefully repairs will go smoothly.
I hope so.
I think that I've made progress on the collar. I have not had a divine being to test it on, nor do I know where to... It's difficult to test something that I'm not sure how to proceed. I think it works. I'm unsure.
Well, if Isha tasked it to you, I'm sure she has a test subject in mind.
I don't know why it sounds so ominous when you put it that way.
Forgive me. I have my own opinions. I do think you deserve to see the arcs.
I mean, is it safe? I would be very curious to see it. If
Why are they hitting each other? Well, we've cleared out. I can't say that it's completely safe at the moment, actually. It's not fair to let my overeagerness to share in this accomplishment risk you.
well,
But at least the way I came and returned was safe.
surely a quick look would be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to see.
Well, then I will escort you.
All right. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I haven't pulled the Luca token out in a while, and his default token name. His name is Luca. His default token name is Apprentice, and I just. All right, very well. I have. He is now on the arts map. You'll come in and take a look around.
Great.
Turris checks out the workshop. Turris and Scene check out the workshop while Turcon and Bait brawl and wrestle each other in there, apparently.
Yeah, checking out the workshop. Also, as soon as Luca, like, if I hear or know that Luca's coming,
Well,
immediately
you'll
got it.
see him very soon.
Yeah.
I'm
You
leading
spy.
him.
Listening in.
Well, this is for his own benefit, for just in case any silly D&D mechanics are hidden in here. In that,
Right, because the security clearance.
yeah, that's
Good
all
call.
I want to do. That's
Good
all I
call.
want to do.
Oh, I see.
He is escorted by stairs. So they
Crystal, he's my guest.
echoing
Don't
through the
invite
hall
me.
around you is just understood. Disabling the hallway lasers.
Great. I thought he deserved to see what he worked so hard to accomplish.
Absolutely. I'm sure
This-
you'd particularly enjoy this room to the south.
This is amazing and nearly nothing like the puzzle box. Like looking around, comparing the like dark stone walls to the shiny brass puzzle box. Downstairs, you said.
Yes, this way.
He will like giddily follow down. Oh, that is a marvelous machine.
I mean to put it back together if you'd like to help.
While we're wrestling in the middle of it.
Literally.
Get off that thing. Get off that thing.
This is not a jungle gym, you guys.
That's probably how it got bent.
I love the idea.
Some
that-
voice in
I
the
love-
distance yelling, "Pile driver! Pile driver!"
I love the idea that like Bait was just walking on this,
Yeah.
and then Turkon was just like, "Yeah,
Come here, you.
Well, no, you made another attack on me.
I was trying to attack this. It wasn't actually, and I also missed."
No.
So yeah, Lucas steps towards it and is like,
It's appropriate response.
I would love to work on this. It's similar to what we were working on with the constructs that you brought back, but look at the gears on that.
Right?
This is so much more familiar. It's bigger, very intricate, but much more familiar.
I'll give you your can of sardines back.
Yes, I would love to work on this.
Get off that.
There's just like a can of sardines being held in the air.
Like you somehow put it at the end of your spear and you're just holding it up.
Are there still... There's still like a full complement of like tools here in the shop, right?
Oh yeah, yes. You
Okay, cool.
you guys definitely did not clean this place out.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Yeah, and then would probably show Luca around like all the tools and stuff that they found so far. This is a hydro spanner. This is a sonic screwdriver, and this is a tricorder.
Very impressive tools. And he is just enthralled with the workshop.
Excellent. I do want to start working on this with him, but also I just want to visually see what other rooms we got in here before we end the session.
Yeah, we can, if you guys want to go to the main hall. You guys don't know what that is. You can't see my levels labels, but if you go back upstairs, right there. There's not really much else to see, although you may want to make your way north of the ring. You might want to check that at some point. Of like the outer ring, yeah. But while you're doing that, you actually... Oh my god, I let you down there. I didn't put the wall down. That's supposed to be blocked off.
Turkon is always going where he shouldn't.
And it's supposed to be collapsed. You found your way into the void again. But yeah, there's a collapsed set of stairways on the north side, which you see to be a mess. You see it's a mess down there. It is just another hangar, but it is absolutely demolished. Much like the wall on the north side. Like you see scorch marks, you see that the wall is, like the entrance is mostly collapsed to this place. You also can't get down into it from here because the stairways caved in. But there's like the viewport on the outer ring. So that is there and in complete disrepair. On the inner ring, there is like a room. I can't show you these because they aren't totally made yet. But there's the mess hall. There's a room labeled like barracks. And really that's kind of mostly it. There's kind of like living quarters, and it's like living quarters inside of this, inside the Ark.
A home away from home.
Indeed. And the control crystal, the central control matrix of the Ark System would inform you that the barracks has like an armory and also a stasis room, and yeah. Turcon, that is where the door to the barracks is. You cannot get in there right now because it is closed because the power is down, and not because I haven't made that part of the map.
I'll find my way in eventually.
Do you guys have any other questions before we wrap up here? I don't have a stinger to close this one on.
So creating a... Oh, no, I've created my door in a space that can move before. It should be fine.
The boat was an interesting case because the place where you drew the door wasn't moving. It was in a pocket dimension, pocket space, the entrance to which was moving. But I'm sure we'll find a way to connect this place to the tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't decided if it will naturally be... Yeah, I think when you're in transit, you'll probably just be able to draw the door and it's fine.
I'll just connect it straight to the core.
And for now, you can definitely draw the door in here if you'd like.
Sure. These towers, these turrets go to anywhere?
You can... I don't have the insides of the towers drawn, just because it's not, like, super important here. But yeah, they go up. They go up there. They go up to the wall. The inside of those is mostly a place where the glass golems were stored. You see, like, kind of a set of... A much scaled up apparatus, similar to what Archivist was connected to.
All right. Well, some housekeeping things I'm gonna do is...
And you can, in fact, climb down to the hangar through that gap in the north wall.
Whee! We're gonna have to clean this place up.
It's in a bad way for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing.
Thank you for running.
Had a good time. I made a mistake.
I always
naming
appreciate
this.
you letting me do shenanigans.
Of course.
Shenanigans are always fun. Oh, Josu, you were so good the whole time. He had to get his barks in at the last minute.
Knows that we're done.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a quota to meet.
He does.
It's true. It's true. Couldn't let it.
It's in his contract.
Yeah. Getting it in the last minute. And almost missed it too. Yeah. I made some assumptions labeling this episode after Somnalu.
Well, we'll get to him.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
fine.
get there.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Right. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Just use the same title for next time, and then in parentheses say, "But this time I mean it."
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. And we'll see you next week. And yeah.
Thank you for running.
Thank you for running.
Thank you guys for playing. I'm gonna go shut down the stream, and I'll be back in a minute. Although I'm gonna run pretty quick. After
Alright.
that, but
Bro, I took so many notes.
oh, righty. Thank you guys for hanging out for Pathfinder. I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't think I'm gonna raid out. I'm just gonna kill it real quick. So, I am gonna try. Let's see. I might be busy on Sunday, but I'm gonna try to hop on and do some music on Monday because I've been bad about that. So, That's my only promise right now, is that I will try to be on Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful end of your week and start of your weekend, and I'll see you all again real soon. Goodbye.